Yes, yes, people, we are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another edition of the Manchester United Arsenal podcast, people. Man Them United podcast meets the Gunner Talk from the Arsenal podcast, where we discuss all things Manchester United and all things Arsenal. Casmiero leaving on loan potentially. That has come out today, people. So Casmiero could be on his way to Turkey and out of the Old Trafford door. Of course, unfortunately, I'll probably still be answering questions on Manchester United's terrible, humiliating defeat at home to Liverpool. And that being said, on the Arsenal side of things, from South Manchester to North London, Arsenal dropped points early in the title race, one apiece at home to Brighton. Controversial red card for Declan Rice for some, non-controversial for others. For me, it's not the same. You know what I'm saying? It's very non-controversial, but we'll be discussing all those things. Please keep all your comments, all your questions, Manchester United or Arsenal related. I will start the best questions and get to them. But if you've seen the show before, it's absolute chaos in the city, people. So I do my best. Want to make sure we get to your question, then super chat, and I will make sure we answer it. But please run up the likes. First and foremost, whether you're watching this live right now, watching this back after the live, hit the like button on the video. Make sure you share across all the socials. That's me, Flawless, at Sarcasm City TV. You can see them both on the screen right there. At Sarcasm City TV on Twitter and X. Retweet and like on there. Share from Instagram. Same with at That's Me Flawless as well. So retweet and like on Twitter/X and share on Instagrams. And on top of those two things, just as important, make sure you subscribe to the channel Sarcasm City TV as well. And when you subscribe, make sure you hit the notification bell and subscribe to my two main co-hosts. Both their links are in the title, so I'm saying that from early. TJ Warren TV, Tony Claude Gunner TV, and let's bring the man them into the building as well. TJ's here. Tony's here. What you man telling me, man? All good, all good. What's going on?
Oh, I'm fantastic. Like I was telling you on the in the group chat, I know this one's gonna go off the rails. I can already tell the chat's already buzzing. Like it's gonna go off the rails. Look. At the end of the day, I'm just glad Vader isn't here. Can I just be honest? Like I'm just glad Vader isn't here. Big up Vader. You know, we already do like 2 or 3 shows a week. So just not seeing him on a day, you know, is pretty good. Yeah. That being said, I will be live with Vader tomorrow night. Go to TJ Warren TV, like, share, subscribe. Big up Tony, big up Flawless.
Big up, man.
Big up the chat. Let's go. I've been looking forward to this.
Yeah, I really am. Tony, what you saying, man? You good outside of football? Let's get the pleasantries out of the way. Everything good over there?
Yeah. Everything is good. You know, last week, I'm sorry, guys. You know, I couldn't honor the show. Of course, you know, the show is very close to my heart. Even when I wasn't doing shows in the summer, you know, at the start of the summer, I was always doing shows down here. So man, to these shows 100%, just for you guys to know. And you know, I'm back this week. But you guys know something, yeah. Me and TJ, you know, TJ, it's nice to finally see you, man. You know, after this short brief hiatus, but I'm back, and it's nice to see you. And you know, last weekend when a so-called Manchester United team were losing, guys, I'm sorry to break this to you, but your guy, Flawless, you know, he was outside. You know, I saw the pictures in the videos. You know, saw your man outside having a lovely time. You know, with the gang, cam. You know, see ya, guys. Yeah, I know we'll get into the show and all that, but I just want to show you, you know, the commitment, you know, of both of us were different. Arsenal drew last weekend, and I couldn't even dare show my face on streams. That's how committed I am to the cause of Arsenal. I will leave you to just judge it. Just judge it. One is out there partying with the gang, while the other one, you know, is just so ashamed to come out on streams. You know, but you know, I'll let it flow. I'll let it
back to
Flawless, man. It's
I
nice
wish I could.
Brother. TJ, nice to see you too, and you know, let's get it.
You know
cracking, guys.
you know the crazy You know the craziest part is people of Tony saying that, because for those that aren't new here, you lot know I do every United watch along. The Liverpool game, I did the watch along. The Brighton game, the day before Carnival, I was here and did it and did the recaps and everything. Unfortunately, United weren't smart enough. I wasn't blessed enough. I wish United played on a Sunday or Monday, so I couldn't miss the game. Because I'm letting you lot all know now. If it ever drops on the Carnival day, which is always the last Sunday or Monday of August, I'm not doing the United game. It can be Liverpool home, Liverpool away, Arsenal home, Arsenal. Doesn't matter who we're playing. I'm unfortunately, the Brighton game was the Saturday, so that's what it is. But yeah, then I had to go outside, party for a couple of days, and and I'm back. And unfortunately, back and then seeing us get beat by Liverpool. But we're here. I say Tony's in the building. PJ's in the building. Big up Longhead Yeti, I see you. Thai Arsenal fan in the chat. Big up Dal Hamza as well.
Longhead Yeti, great guy.
Capitan, also big up everyone that is locked in. Let me just clarify to Hamza, who says, Aki, is that a bullet? That's hilarious that you said that. Is that a bullet? Is that a bulletproof vest next to you? Yes, but it's not real, just to clarify. So nobody comes shooting at me, all right? It's not real. It's a prop. Before anyone thinks it's real. No, I'm not out in these streets. It's just a prop and it looks fire. So I want to get another one actually. Big up E. Ross as well. But hey, Slims, big up, man. Big up Lee Slims, man. Always good to see my Caticians in the building, man. Big up Lee Slims as well. Southern Guna, good to see you in the chat as well. Just pulled up. Chinlu as well. Big up to you. Big up Flawless TJ Tony in the chat. Good to see everyone in the chat. Run up the likes though, man. Run up the likes. JT, big up to you as well, man. Big up to you as well. 50s was real. You know what I'm saying? This bulletproof vest was real. My shit is fake, just to clarify. Well, yeah, run up the likes, hit the subscribe button. And I think there is only one place to start. And TJ will go with you, the Declan Rice, controversial, non-controversial red card. Where do you stand with that before we actually talk about the game itself?
There was no controversy about it. So if you guys watched my my watch along, which was absolute box office, every single one of them are. Go and subscribe to TJ Warren TV. I
love Cube.
It was unfortunate. Big up Cube. It was a boneheaded move from Arsenal's supposed best midfielder. I looked at it and at first I thought, me and Connor thought it was the ref taking the piss, because we didn't see Declan Rice edge the ball out of the way. So on the second yellow, the first yellow was ridiculous, awful tackle, like deserved yellow, like beyond. Like I don't know what he was thinking going in feet first like that. Ball was already gone. Easy yellow on that one. The second one, I didn't see him kick the ball out of the way, out of Veerman's way. I do believe that Veerman should have gotten a yellow for following through like that. He knew the ball was gone. The ball was gone. He did not need to try to kick it. He was trying to sell it too. Yeah. So Veerman, the fact that Veerman didn't get yellowed is the only controversial thing I see in there. Rice deserved the yellow because he edged the ball out of the way. It was a dead ball. It should have been. He can't touch it. It was a dead ball to Veerman, and he should have been. And he should have been allowed to take the free kick. It's unfortunate, but Declan Rice, and he did come out and apologize afterwards because he did need to apologize. It was a dumb bonus play from somebody that is supposed to be a leader on this team. Half of the fan base is calling for him to be captain, him or Gabriel. So when you reward your teammates in the supporters that have defended you after a shitty Euros and a mediocre start to this season, it's just insulting. Like, honestly, I don't mean to be too negative. I think he will bounce back eventually, but to do that when you've been playing as mid as he's been playing is just absolutely ridiculous. And people might say, hey, TJ, you're being harsh. No, I'm not. You're supposed to be. People have been calling this guy one of the best in the world at his position.
That's true.
It's hard to be the best in the world at your position when you're sitting out massive rivalry games like he's going to against Tottenham.
That's very much true. He's going to miss the North London Derby.
Yeah, and now, Flawless. I was talking with Chest 2 weeks ago. I was saying, we're gonna rock up to that fancy stadium in North London, Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, and we're going to turn these guys over 3-1. No, I don't think that's going to be the case now because we're missing our best midfielder. Our left side is still looking shaky. We don't know who we're going to start at left wing. Like that Brighton match, and we're going to get into it, I'm glad we got the point. We played to get the point after Rice got sent off, but that should have never been the case. The fact that we at this point in the season are already giving up points is unacceptable. It's unacceptable because when we talked at the beginning of the season, we looked at these 5 games and we said, okay, how many points are we going to get? And I said Brighton we must get 3 points because Tottenham is not guaranteed, and Man City, we're not getting any points away at Man City this time. So this was a must win. And now they, at least they're not waiting until May to break my heart this time. They decided to do it on August 31st. I mean, we'll get into it, man. And I really want to see what Tony has to say. But, man, I'm telling you, it's just extremely disheartening to make boneheaded plays like this at this point in the season. 3 games in.
First, Tony, over to you because we haven't spoke because you did miss last week. We didn't speak about the Aston Villa game, but you was before this set of fixtures, so before the Villa game, Brighton game. I believe it's Spurs and then Manchester City. Did you say 10 out of 12 points? So you're still on for that because you've got 4 from 6, so you can still be
on for that. Yeah.
So you're still on for that. But before we get to that, Declan Rice's red card. What are your thoughts?
We're still on for that. But before I start, there's a comment. There's a comment from Hamza Abdi. Can you pull that up, please? It's very important to how I want to start.
Yeah, 1 second. I didn't know what he said. Where is it? This one. This comment. Where he said, did you guys notice how Arteta did not react how he usually does to certain decisions on the touchline? He doesn't think Declan Rice is that much of a miss. Thoughts? All right, so you wanted to get to this from Hamza. Floor's yours?
He doesn't think. No, just imagine, just put your imaginative cap into it. That last sentence. He doesn't think Declan Rice is that much of a miss. See, Flawless, and I want you to bear me witness. TJ has been here with me and you. 2 weeks ago, did me and TJ have a scuffle about this Declan Rice issue? Did I mention it to him that Declan Rice is suspect? Did I say this, yes or no? And right now, TJ, my guy, my brother, has done a complete 360 from what he said 2 weeks ago. I mean, I'm not trying to call him out, but you can at least testify. When I was saying this, you can at least, Flawless, you can at least testify when I said this, that Rice has been suspect for some time.
You said it for longer.
He will definitely need help.
You said it for longer, whereas TJ's talking about the start of the season, like the first, because TJ mentioned how he's been mid the first couple of games.
Well, does that matter? Well, does that matter now? We're still in the same crossroads right now, right? And see, and I'm also thinking that this is also a basis through which Arsenal isn't willing to go out there and spend another 100 million on another 100 million average player. So I don't know. This guy's been dishing out.
You think he's average?
Performances. I'm not saying.
Do you think he's average, or is he putting in average performances?
Anyone in the charts, please let me know. Guys in the charts. I know you're an Arsenal fan. I know you guys are Arsenal fans and Man United fans alike. Please tell me the truth. The performances of Declan Rice from the tail end of last season, go through the heroes, and at least probably maybe the first 3 games of the season. Look into those games and tell me that's 100 million performance. Anyone.
You don't have to.
Those are 100 million performances.
Me and Troops had many debates about that, and he stopped asking me the question. Exactly. I don't think he's 100 million.
100 million.
He's never been 100 million.
And again, when you come for that price tag, you better have the discipline that follows through. Very ill-disciplined in that Veltman situation, man. Just let it go, man. Because even the Premier League, they've already brought out rules. It's stated clearly, you shouldn't block any or infringe any kind of proceedings leading to a free kick or something like that, you will be penalized. You will be given a yellow card. It's true. It's a fact. But again, where I have a problem with that situation is what is good for the goose is also good for the gander. Why didn't Coconut Head Chris Kavanagh yellow card Yao when Yao, pushed the ball outside of, outside the field? Why no consistency in this league? And 2 weeks ago when I was mentioning this, and my brother Flawless turned this into something zesty, I said,
No,
look at the
you turned it
officiating.
into saying zesty,
Yeah?
yo. It wasn't me, it was
In the
you.
game against Wolves. In the
Hey,
game
don't go
against
back there
Wolves.
again. Tony, don't go back there again. And it was
No,
you
no,
who
no,
turned it
no,
very
no,
zesty.
no. See,
It was you.
Again, Flores.
It was you.
No, Flores, to be very sincere, yeah, we have to go through these anomalies, yeah, through these anomalies and this show of inexperience and this show of craziness from these referees in the Premiership. Gabriel Jesus' bum was tapped, sexually assaulted live on the field for us to see.
This guy's got to relax. He tried this last week. Relax with all this, man. Relax. We know what happened. You don't have to say it, man. We know what happened. You don't have to say it. You are right in what you are saying, that it was completely wrong, but we don't need the graphics. All right? We don't need the graphics. We don't need the graphics. Relax. You did this last week. We're not doing this again. And he said I was the zesty one. This guy is crazy. Hey, right? You don't have to say it. We know what happened. We know.
But wait,
we know what happened. We know what happened.
Wait, serious, Flawless. No, Flawless. See, yeah. Is there any other way I can put it?
No,
is there any other way? Someone did that to him.
Yes, he did, but you don't have to say it. We know what happened.
I'm a real one.
You don't have to say it. No, you don't have to say it. We know what happened.
And again,
you're right in what you're saying. You don't have to say it that way.
It's a train of thought, Flawless, and it's not even a joking matter again. Yeah, Arsenal have to bear the brunt of this shocking anomalies from these referees. So why is it only Arsenal? I know, of course, last season, of course, it happened, it was spread abroad, other teams. But why is it that mostly Arsenal that bears the brunt harshly, in this refereeing, outrage going on right now, man? It's shocking, man. And to know that, Chris Kavanagh is just from outside Manchester City,
You're a joke, man.
I don't want that guy reffing any other Arsenal matchup. He's a spy.
I hear that.
He's a spy. So I don't need all these, all these spies.
Do you think it was a red card, Tony?
But
Tony, do you think it was a red card? Should he have been booked a second time? Do you think the referee got that decision right or wrong?
Yeah. See, I'm a referee. I'm a professional referee.
Yeah, you're a professional referee.
I'm a professional ranking referee in Finland here.
Let's go.
And for doing that alone, for blocking that, free kick alone, he should get a yellow card because the laws are stated clearly. So it should be a red card. But if you're going to give a second yellow card, then what about the case of Yao that pushed the ball out?
So you talk about
where is the consistency across the pitch? That's the problem. It's not about the red card in itself. It's about the consistency. If what is good for the goose, it should also be good for the gander. So why the inconsistencies when it comes to Arsenal? We're bearing the brunt and we're bearing it harshly, and I just think it's not just fair. And Brighton pulled up the stops too anyway. So they pushed things up. TJ, I can't believe the amount of chances that went begging in that matchup, man. Kai Havertz, what was he doing? Yeah, I knew he opened up the account, of course, scored 2 goals in 3 games. I mean, that's a good record for a striker that, that we've been, putting down for a couple of weeks and almost over a year, But again, it shows that he's not just a natural striker. He's not. There's nothing natural
Honest.
about his goal scoring instinct.
Facts.
What about the chances Bukayo Saka, just scuffled away? There was a true pass from crossfield that Kai Havertz, just threw from crossfield to Bukayo Saka. It's just to put the leg in, just stick your leg, nick it in. TJ.
Yeah,
that
there
tells
was a couple
something.
of those instances.
We're missing a striker. We're missing a striker. Why didn't we do that striker business in the summer transfer window?
You got Kyle Blood
Again,
Clot
we're still
Havertz.
starting.
Oh my God! And I'm gonna riff on this because it actually makes me really angry. And the only people that we, and the only people that we have to blame are ourselves. So Arsenal fans that were believing in King Kai like without any sort of reservations whatsoever. This is what you get. You get Bambi on ice when he's presented with a chance where he actually has to show any sort of skill. Look, if he doesn't have Bukayo Saka delivering in good quality chances, he doesn't score these goals. It's the players around him that are feeding him. And when a chance presents itself to him, I think he was in the first or second half. I don't remember when it was, but he literally he was 1-on-1 with the Brighton goalkeeper, and he trips over himself. Like we're talking about, I definitely stole your tagline, Dal. I don't care. You said it on my channel. It's mine now. It's mine now.
I like that.
No, he did though. He looked like he couldn't walk when the ball was around him. He freaked out. The guy has no skill on the ball. What do you hear about Kai Havertz all the time? He's really good off the ball. It's what he does off the ball. You know how many times I heard that last season? But I'm supposed to believe that he's going to be the number 9 that delivers the title to the Emirates? Give me a fucking break, man. Take that shit down the line. No solicitors here. No Bible salesman coming to my door and trying to sell me a fucking fiction. Okay? It's here for all to see. Facts. He is not good enough. And now I can't wait to find who these top gooners blame when he only scores 10 or 12 goals in the league. I want to know who the scapegoat is going to be. Who is the scapegoat?
TJ.
Who is the scapegoat? Because at the end of the day, we had an entire transfer window. Hold on.
It is about Kai. Let him land.
At the end of the day, we had an entire.
I'm not saying he's good, but he's
holy crap, Tony! 1 second.
Tony, let him land.
Tony,
let him land and then you can respond. Tony, let him land and then you can respond. Let him land about Kai Havertz and then the floors.
And I will land really, really quickly because I could spin off and do an entire freaking dialogue, like riot act long dialogue on this. But Arsenal fans, I'm looking at the camera now, so hopefully it doesn't crash like it did on my last stream. Arsenal fans, this is what you wanted. This is the guy that you thought could get us to the promised land. And as soon as he has a one-on-one chance with the ball, he forgets what sport he's playing. So this is what you wanted. Enjoy his 12 goals in the season. Enjoy the fact that we may get into the top 16 in the Champions League. Enjoy no cups. Enjoy second place or third place or fourth place. This is what you wanted. Another year of suffering. I'm done.
Now you can respond, Tony. Floor is yours, man.
TJ. Please pull up TBG's comments down there.
Actually, before I do that,
comment.
I will get to that. Big up to Cam for the super chat. Much appreciated, family. And ODS Clothing will be back soon, people, as well. So I don't know when, but Cam, you need to drop it. And you'll see me promoting on here religiously. I got 2 t-shirts. I got a cap. Great merch. Make sure, as soon as Cam drops it, you'll see me promoting it and wearing it on here, etc. And adverts and the whole 9. But he says, since Arteta's been in, Arsenal 17 red cards. Most of them were even close to reds. The next team down is on 7. I can't lie, there's a conspiracy. This is just the Arsenal way. Under Wenger, you lot's record was terrible in terms of discipline. You lot had hella red cards. I don't know how it turned when you lot became less successful.
Yeah,
but I
sure.
remember in this era, like the 90s and early 2000s, you lot's record for red cards was woeful.
Patrick Vieira
was
going out there and
it was all this Arsenal great football.
Now that was a six,
football.
baby.
You lot played phenomenal football, but like you lot also had nasty players. And when I say that, I mean that in a complimentary fashion as well. As much as we praise Vieira and Bergkamp, for example, them man were nasty players. They were nasty players. They were not, and that's complimentary. Ashley Cole, Sol Campbell, like, yeah, these man could ball petite, but these man weren't nice. Like, don't let the French because
different game now.
Fool you.
Different game now.
Don't let it fool you. And when I say that, I mean that in complimentary fashion. Like when United were going to war with them, it wasn't just United fighting themselves. You lot were with it as well. Don't get it misunderstood. But hey, we move. But I'm gonna get back to this shortly. But big up for the super chat. Go on, Tony. Go on. What were you saying about
big ups, Cam, of course, you know.
Oh, yeah, you want me to go to a comment as well? Yeah, you want me to go to a comment as well?
Shout out Longhead here too, is down there too. Yeah, TBG.
Which comment? TBG, this one. This comment, yeah? They'll criticize Kai Havertz, but they'll let the likes of Martial, the likes of Martinelli, Havertz.
That's it.
Yeah, they'll criticize Kai Havertz, but they'll let the likes of Martinelli, Havertz.
TJ.
Wait. Havertz is free GNA and free games. It's just favoritism. All right, go on, Flo's yours. Go on.
People acting like we haven't been calling out Martinelli.
I mean, TJ, you're being so harsh, bro. TJ, that's why sometimes I say you don't have the answers. TJ, you don't have the answers. I'm sorry, bro. TJ doesn't have the answers.
You have the answers, Tony?
As much as I respect TJ, he doesn't have the answers to everything. See, TJ, I mean, it's easy to sit down, on that high horse, and criticize Kai Havertz, who scored 2 goals in 3 matches. It's not like that number is spectacular anyway, But we both criticized this guy last season. I said he wasn't going to score up to 2 goals. He proved me wrong. He scored nearly about, I think, 12 goals all season. I'm not saying that's good. I'm not saying that's the best effort, a striker should have. But again, I mean, Kai Havertz isn't a bad guy to come from the bench. So it's down to Arsenal. It's our fault for not bringing a main striker who we could pair side by side, or to bring in a main striker and see Kai Havertz come from the bench. I'm not saying he's the guy to lead us to the promised land, but I'm saying he's good as part of squad depth, because we totally throw out the window that we need squad depth in this team. TJ, let me put you through the game. TJ, do you know that Arsenal, with the new Champions League scaling right now and the new structure we have for the Champions League right now, do you know that Arsenal from September 14th won't have a single break?
Yep.
Both midweek and both in the weekend.
Yeah. Enjoy Europa League. Keep going.
We need squad depth.
Yeah, too far.
We need squad depth. And even if we get to January, it also still depends. If we qualify for the Carabao Cup quarterfinals.
Sky, I'm taking notes.
We won't have any chance. We choked. We totally choked. So now this is the business here. Yeah, we failed to do business in the summer transfer window. At least bringing a striker in. That's the real problem we're having right now. Not Kai Havertz. Why are you criticizing Kai Havertz, who is at least trying his best? We know he's shit, but he's trying his best. He scored some goals. While we have Martinelli dishing out stinkers in this team, and no one is talking about it. We have Declan Rice, your boy, Declan Rice, who has been dishing out stinkers in the Euros, dishing out stinkers since last season, the latter part of last season. And as far as I'm concerned, in the first 3 games, he's dished out stinkers. And no one is talking about him. But yeah, everyone wants to talk about Kai Havertz. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. He's tried to the extent to which he can try. He's carried the team to the extent he can carry the team. He scored some goals. Who have scored for you this season, apart from Kai Havertz and Trossard? Who?
Bukayo?
And maybe Bukayo Saka. Who?
Yeah. Well, nobody. Because
Bukayo,
we're 3 games in. We've scored 4 goals.
Bro, whether we like it or not, he's our most naturally gifted striker right now in terms of numbers. I would like to give that to Trossard, but Trossard doesn't have that number right now.
Tony, is that not a problem though? That he's arguably your best striker. Is that not a problem?
It's a problem. So that's what I'm saying. It's the football club. We failed to do business in the transfer window. Yeah. But again, I'm not gonna sit down here and criticize Kai Havertz because we have other very important part of this of this setup who are dishing out stinkers. I've not seen no one, even Cam. I've not seen anyone talk about this, about Martinelli. He's dishing out stinkers since last season.
Plenty of people are talking about Martinelli.
Yeah, Monts is one of them actually.
Stinkers.
Shout out Monts.
It's horrible.
Yeah, Monts another criminal.
I'm not a Martinelli fan. What has he done?
Another one.
What has he done? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I have no loyalty to this guy. Replace him. The other day, I was having an argument with Ola. I said, you know what? Yeah, I really do think that Sterling is an upgrade on Martinelli. He frowned at. But I'm sorry, man. This guy's dishing out stinkers. I prefer Sterling down there. To just push him a little bit. We need competition for places, and that's what we don't have right now because that left-hand side, it's a big problem, TJ, man. Horrible problem, man. And now that Merino is totally on the ground right now, thanks to our manager, for that.
Agreed.
We're in trouble in that left-hand position.
And to Cam says this, you need to check his Twitter because one thing about Cam is he is not scared to criticize Arsenal players. That is one thing he does not shy away from. All you have to do is check his Twitter and he'll let it be known. Big up to Cam as well. And big up Cam for that second super chat. I know I got to that quick. He said you don't have to answer TJ. Big up Slims as well for the super chat. Hey, much appreciated. He says, TJ, not all Arsenal fans believe in Kai even through his good times. The way he performed in that US All-Star Challenge was abysmal and should have been a huge red flag. I want Gyökeres, still do. Yeah, you look clear as day, this track.
Well, no, it's clear. It is clear as day. And I was there live to watch that, by the way, in the US, in DC last season. Nobody was taking it seriously, so I didn't really take it seriously. But, I mean, it did show that you don't need an all-star challenge to see that Kai Havertz has challenges technically on the ball. Okay? Like Stevie Wonder, Ray Charles, insert blind person's name here, can see that this guy is abysmal on the ball. Like he can't take a touch. He can't. So I'm not hearing the excuse of, oh yeah, well he needs to be in the squad. Yeah, I agree. He should be in the squad, Tony. He should be. But the fact that he's in the starting 11 is still a huge problem for a team that was supposed to be winning the league this season. Or at least that's what I heard. That's what I was told. But, we move. At the end of the day, it's still game 3. My hopes are through the floor right now because of the schedule that Warrior J was nice enough to put up for us.
I did start out.
Can you guys? Yeah. Can just think about this? Champions League starts in next week. Whoa, next week. Good Lord. So we got Tottenham. We got Tottenham Hotspur away. Yep. Yeah. 2 weeks.
That's true, man.
Atalanta away. That is not going to be a joke. They are going to come to play. I don't care if their lineup has changed. If you think that we're just going to go to Italy and tap dance around these guys, that you got another thing coming. Then we got Man City away. So yeah, we could very, very easily drop 9 points in 9 days. That's what we're looking at.
This is tough still. Away at Spurs, away at Atalanta, away at City, home to Bolton in the League Cup, home to Leicester, home to PSG, home to Southampton. But yeah, them 3 away games, that is very, very
That's
tough.
a joke. I mean, and Bolton, Bolton will play the kids. and Leicester. Hopefully, we actually.
Yeah, you'll beat Leicester. You should get past Leicester.
Yeah, Spurs should have beaten Leicester.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
They should have.
But they stink. For real. So what are you gonna do?
But
What? No, here's the thing. No, and I don't talk about Spurs on here because they're irrelevant. But I just wanted to sneak that in since they're your second favorite team.
Yo, the way the Spurs flawless like Spurs thing is picking up.
I'm with it, man. Hashtag Coys. Big Egg looking really good. Hashtag Coys. That kit, the way that you, I'm not gonna.
I like the kit. Blue's my favorite color. I just like the kit with the blue stripe down the side as well. I like the kit. That's all. We
have a blue stripe down the side of ours, Flawless. I don't see it.
I like the blue stripe. You know what the problem is? The badge there. That's the problem.
Okay. That beautiful cannon. All right, got it. Exactly. No, I'm just saying. Look. At the end of the day, it's gonna get rough. Yeah, come on. Yeah, see, just a channel full of criminals. This is what this channel is. I get it. You want to know why? Because I'm one too.
That's good.
I'm just a criminal without the answers. This guy.
We was nasty, so it was hilarious. Yo. It's just so funny. It's just a response to it. That's all it is. I never knew that Spurs. I will continue to say this. I never knew how much Spurs annoy people on socials. I never realized how much hate they got until I started doing this. Like I said, I knew the Arsenal Spurs thing was a real thing. Obviously, North London Derby. I didn't realize how deep the Chelsea Spurs rivalry was. I had no idea how deeply that ran. And then everyone else hates Spurs as well. Like West Ham don't like Spurs. Palace, like no one in London. So it's like, all right, cool.
Who do you hate more, Arsenal or Liverpool?
Liverpool. 100%. Okay. Number one, not like without doubt. You lost second though. Like
it should be Liverpool.
100%. Yeah, I did just say that. Liverpool.
I hate United more than I hate Spurs because United are more relevant and always have been and always will be.
Yeah.
So all the Arsenal fans that obsess about Tottenham aim a little higher.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say.
I suppose it's like what you look at in regards to. I think the era you grow up in, one, and number two as well, depending on the pitch and like where you're from. It's like it varies. Like United, Liverpool, I've said this before. That's a city rivalry. Like outside of football, Manchester and Liverpool is a city versus city rivalry, and it's literally down the road. You can get there in 40 minutes. So it's like it's not. So they're literally down the road, and that's where that stems from. It's like, oh, we don't like Scousers, they don't like Mancunians. Like that's just known. Even people who don't like, I'm not even into football, say, I don't like Scousers. It's kind of like that. That's where it's
just like regional rivalries. Like like I don't like anybody. I hate St. Louis. You know.
Oh, you don't like? Is that your Izzy? You don't like St. Louis? Yeah.
No, I can't stand. I can't. No, I can't stand St. Louis. I hope a lit match finds the correct spot to land, so the whole thing just goes up. Like I can't stand it. And my wife is from St. Louis. Okay. Like I don't know what it is about. Like I don't know what it is about me having to like fall for rivals, but here it is. Like it's just like Troops' wife being a Tottenham fan. Like it's fucking.
Oh yeah,
crazy.
Serious.
We're just massists. We're just masochists.
When you start talking about Spurs this, Spurs that, I'm like,
I don't like Tottenham.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect you. I wouldn't expect you to like Tottenham.
Like I don't have a hate. I don't have a hate ever. But if there's anything I dislike and completely feel repulsed by it, it's Tottenham and their fans. I don't like them. I don't like the way they talk. I don't like the way they act. I don't like the way they like. I don't just like Tottenham. I don't like anything about them.
And you know what?
I'm not trying to sound like,
no, that's the way it's supposed to be. Like, I find it stranger when people are like, they don't mind their rivals.
Like, I'll give Man United a friendly hug. Yeah, I'll give Man United a friendly hug. Than give a friendly hug to a Tottenham fan.
I just don't get it. Like, even if you lot were in League Two, I'd still despise you.
I'd be beaten and be bruised in the street than to hug a Spurs fan.
But that's just me, because everyone's different. Like, even when Leeds went here for years, still didn't like people. Leeds are in the Championship now. I still check for their results. Fuck Leeds. You know, like that's just where I'm at.
No, seriously. I Just reading about Leeds, I say fuck Leeds. Like I don't.
Leeds, man. Gives a shit about Leeds. Fuck Leeds, man.
I'm glad they're still in the championship. I'm not gonna.
Yeah. The championship's too good. I want them in League One. Oh, when we won the FA Cup the same weekend they lost the playoff. Beautiful. Sweet. Oh, so sweet. So
dude,
sweet.
Again, I'm so glad that happened. By the way, I'm so glad. Go ahead, Tony.
Flawless and TJ. Yeah. You know, while we're still in the spirit of Arsenal, of course, before we'll talk about, other things and Manchester United coming up soon.
I can't wait.
TJ, I want to bring your attention to something that has really been bothering me real deep. Yeah, like real deep in my heart. Yeah, and I want to speak out.
Do it.
I'm really worried about what's really going on with our training methods.
Oh, why? Because the Beast got injured.
The Spanish La Liga. Guys, I do rate the Spanish La Liga.
Because the Beast got injured, because Euro got injured because he couldn't handle the Premier League.
Bro.
Oh, God.
I want to know. The Euro got injured because he couldn't handle the Premier League. Tony, what happened to the Beast?
Where I didn't think it would go off the rails.
I don't know the last time.
What happened to the Beast,
I've
Moreno, man?
seen Moreno injured. The Beast.
The Beast Moreno, you call
the Beast.
It, man.
The hairy Beast. Bro.
Hey, yo, dude.
Hey,
just watch Flores. See, Flores will censor me now.
Hey, yo. Hey, yo, Tony.
I like getting on these people's nerves, yeah. I like getting Flawless in his feelings, yeah.
Hey, yo, Tony. Hey,
yo. My days. These guys make me laugh. Yeah, let's don't act. See, TJ, yeah. I watch the Spanish La Liga, yeah. Real Sociedad. Bro, I can't remember the last time that Moreno was injured. To be very sincere with you, he's a beast in totality. He's a fit person. He hardly goes under. How? TJ, let's don't forget that Emmy Smith Rowe, in this same football club me and you support, Emmy Smith Rowe has been labeled injury prone. In this same football club me and you support. Yeah. And now he goes down to Fulham. Of course, it's in London. Definitely. Not far away. Just across the road. Yeah. Bro, this guy is down there. Is their anchor man. He's scoring goals for fun. He's so fit. He's looking good. He's actually the anchor man in the middle of the park. Why he couldn't get a string of 2-3 games at Arsenal? I really think that there's a big problem with our training methods. I think Mikel Arteta is overtraining and he's just overtraining these guys, and it's a big problem. I don't know, maybe it's overtraining. I don't know if it's outdated training methods, but TJ, something fishy is going on down there. Something fishy is going on.
I agree. I agree with something. I don't understand. So real quick, just to respond, I think they need to write it into the contract at this point that if you transfer to Arsenal, you're required to spend 10 games on the injured list. Like it's inevitable. The same thing happened with Jurrien Timber. The same thing happened with Gabriel Jesus. I was surprised it didn't happen to Kai Havertz. Not that I would wish injuries on anybody. I'm just saying I'm surprised. Like it's absolutely insane that you're putting your
but you have to mention his name.
Yeah, you're putting your star signing, which out of the signings that we got this season, that he was probably the biggest, which should tell you how mid our transfer window was. If you're putting him in a position like that to get absolutely bowled over by Gabriel in his first training session, and he has to leave, he can't even walk off the pitch after that, you got a problem. You got a huge problem. You got to take a look at what you're doing to blood these players into the squad. He shouldn't be getting tossed around the midfield like that, to the point where he has a shoulder injury for that's going to keep him out for 10 matches, potentially a third of the season.
They say mid.
Yeah. So you brought up, Tony, because when you and I talk about injury records, we're normally very, very accurate. So I went to Transfer Market, and he's missed a total of 5 games in 2 seasons playing at Real Sociedad, not counting suspensions, by the way. Damn. And now he's missing 10 without even stepping on the pitch at the Emirates.
TJ giving us a start. Let that
it's
sink
a problem.
In, guys.
It's a problem. And I don't know, like I thought we had fired the doctor that was injuring all these players and sent him to United, right? But apparently there's something in the water at London Colney. Like I don't get what the problem is. I don't think I want to say it's bad luck, but man, it's just there's definitely a pattern there. I can't deny it. There's definitely a pattern there. I just wish, whether anytime you blame Arteta, though, the Arteta inners are gonna come after you with their pitchforks and their torches, saying, what's the problem? But you're talking about the same guy who left Yuri and Timberon, our star left back signing last season, on the pitch against Nottingham Forest when he had very, very obviously injured himself. He goes onto the pitch in the second half, gets hit again, tears an ACL, and he's out until, and he was out consistently until Aston Villa 2 weeks ago. So it is a problem for sure. It's a problem for sure.
Damn. I hear you. Before we carry on, big up Lewis every time. Shout out to Lewis.
Big up Lewis.
Oh, Carefree Lewis in the building.
Yep.
Big up Carefree, man. That's a real one out there, man.
Absolutely.
I've been blessed to be on the show with Carefree Lewis, man. Real G, man. Big up to you, Lewis.
Shouts to Lewis, man, every single time.
There's a comment there from BX Gunner. BX Gunner. See, this is the reason why I always extricate. Sorry, I always remove. I'm putting in lighter terms.
Check you out with the big words. Let's go, man. Someone's been reading. Love that. I said extricate. Hey, that's the word of the day for you lot, man. Love that. Go on, as you went.
That's a big.
See, I always remove this argument about Mikel Arteta from what is really going on in the football club. Like, just pretend you're an outsider looking at it from outside. Yeah, just remove the Mikel Arteta factor. No one is blaming the guy for the injuries. But again, when we were being told that Emile Smith-Rowe is an injury-prone player, and we're seeing him at Fulham, I mean, scoring goals for them. Is practically the best player out there right now. And then we're seeing Marino. Of course, TJ has just brought up the records. I didn't have the answers to that one, but he just told us that just 5 in 2 seasons. Like, personally, I did know that, of course. He hardly gets injured at Real Sociedad. TJ has given us the numbers, yeah? But, see, should we start going? See, it's like a trail load of injuries at Arsenal. Most of the fans have been... See, how about Gabriel Martinelli? Let's don't pretend that Gabriel Martinelli is injury prone. What has been happening? How about the fitness levels of Thomas Partey? We all know in the next 4, 5, 3 games, he will go under. We know this. We understand this through the history of what has been happening, for the past 3 seasons. We know that Thomas Partey will get under. So that's the problem we're seeing. No one is blaming Mikel Arteta, but again, you have to come to a compromise that this is falling under his regime.
Did we lose him?
Players falling like flies. I heard that Jurriën Timber is injured. How about that? I heard that Jurriën Timber is also injured. Guys, I mean, it's shocking at this point, man. If Jurriën Timber has gone down under again, why bring Jurriën Timber and allow him to play consistently in that team? This guy just came back from an ACL injury. I'm not saying players don't come back through hard times. I'm not saying players don't come back through ACL injuries, but sometimes they don't come the same. So you have to ease them into the game. Timber always be playing week in, week out. When we have Calafiori, who just came in for big money to this football club, playing in that same left back position. Why not just stuck him there in that left back position and ease Jurriën Timber in? Like, this doesn't make sense. And now that Jurriën Timber has gone, has gone back injured again, who do we blame? BX Kuhne. Who do we blame? Would they blame me? No. The manager has to take responsibility for this. And that's a problem. No accountability. No one is taking responsibility. And that's a big problem. I have a problem with this thing.
Yeah. I don't think we're ever gonna.
If you don't have a problem with BX Kuhne, I have a problem with it.
Going back to the tagline, I don't think Tony or
when
I
it comes to praise this team, I do it. But when it comes to reality,
yo, Tony's Tony, jump out and jump back in. Your connection's moving a bit dodgy. Jump out and jump back in. And that being said, before we continue, run up the likes, people. Run up the likes. Over 70 of you lot in here. Only at 49 likes. Let's get up to 60 likes. Like check 1212. Like check 1212. Subscribe to TJ's channel. Subscribe to Tony's channel. Both links are in the title, people. So you click the links and it opens up new tabs, people. Right now, you can do that. Whether you're watching this live right now or watching this back after, make sure you hit the subscribe button as well. We'll continue to talk about Arsenal on the Manchester United front as well. Casmiero allegedly, it's been an offer. I believe it is Galatasaray that he is leaving on loan. Let me actually get to the quotes. Big up Warrior J, who's been kind enough. Yeah, I was right. It was Galatasaray. So Galatasaray are considering a move for Casmiero. Manchester United would consider a deal if the right offer was made, but a loan agreement is likely to hinge on whether Manchester United are willing to continue covering part of his salary. So my thoughts is on this. Yes, Casmiero was, as I've spoken on, was awful in the Liverpool game. Yes, was at fault for 2 of the goals and deserves the criticism he receives because he should be doing much, much better in both instances because he's a better player than that. However, letting him go on loan is foolish, people. And you know why it would be foolish to let him go on loan? Because we have nobody else. This is why when people was talking about you don't need Agate, look at our midfield options. If you take Agate out, who is playing? Our midfield options with no Agate, or in this instance, no Casmiero, is Maino, Ericsson, Collier, Mason Mount, if you want to count him there because he can play midfield, and that's it. Here, not only is it not enough in quantity, because like Tony pointed out earlier, you're playing not only Premier League, Europe is now extended. You're also playing EFL Cup, you're also playing FA Cup as well. That's 4. So it's not enough quantity, and the quality is horrendous. You don't really want to roll out there with a midfield of Mount and Ericsson. Like, it's like people don't look at what's going on. Whether you rate Casmiero or not, let's say you think Casemiro's done. Cool, I happen to disagree. But if you think Casmiero is done, that's absolutely fine. But what I'm saying is, even having him there is needed because we don't have a replacement. If Agate is not ready to, so let's say, because Agate is not ready, according to the manager. So we play Southampton away. So Agate is not ready and we let Casmiero go out on loan. Who's playing in the midfield against Southampton? We're rocking up there with Collier, Maino, and Bruno. So 2 youth academy players and Captain Fantastic is who we're rolling up there with. People really need to look at what's going on. Like,
he's gonna ruin Mainu. He's gonna ruin Mainu. You know, he's gonna ruin him.
Yeah, and let's say Maino gets suspended or gets a light injury. It's then Collier, Ericsson, and then Bruno. Don't people realize that's why when people saying, "Oh, don't go and sign Agate." The only problem was it should have been Agate, and because like I've said about this team, because we are so far away, we need so much. Even though I believe we had a good window, I praised Ineos. I actually think our transfer window was good. The problem is that it wasn't enough because we are so far behind. And that's what it is. Just the badge will carry us. That's what people think. The Manchester United badge gonna carry us like it's the A on the Avengers, on the Tony Stark Tower. That's what people really think it is. See, this is what I'm saying, Warrior J. People don't look at things logically. And all you have to do is go to Manchester United squad. Or if you're a United fan, you will know this. I don't have to go to the squad to know our midfield options. Because I know our midfield options because I'm a fan, so I'm watching what's going on. I see lineups, I see squad depth. This is why all summer long, hey, go get Agate, and because we are like, we sold McTominay too, so we're one short in that area. Okay, we brought in Agate. We were still light, even if McTominay stayed from a quality standpoint. The depth is terrible because Agate is not ready. If we let Casmiero go out on loan, our options, Mount's injured. So our options are Maino, Ericsson, Collier. That's our game week 4, and our midfield options. If we were to let Casmiero go, is Ericsson, Collier, Maino. That should never be the case unless you like your squad is stretched and you have multiple injuries. We don't even have no injuries in that area. Who's missing apart from Agate? No one's missing. And to Longhead, yeah, TJ's channels, the links in the title. Just go to YouTube and type in Sarcasm City TV. And
I'm not streaming it on my channel though, Yeti.
They'll pop up. Yeah, he's not. But make sure you go subscribe to TJ Warren TV. But yeah, it's gonna telling McTominay was not a mistake because McTominay's rubbish. The problem was not getting in further additions. Agate for McTominay is a fantastic trade. However, we still needed another midfielder. Ericsson is not good enough. Collier is a youngster. Maino shouldn't be relied upon about this. Mount is useless. Bruno is useless. But people all of a sudden thought this team, like I've said before and I'll state again, hey, we can finish third. We are doing nothing of note. Now, can we win a domestic cup? Yes. That's been proven in the past 2 seasons. More than capable of winning the FA Cup or League Cup. Europa League, forget about it. With this manager and these players, forget about winning the Europa League. Will we get through to the next round? Yes. We'll get through to the next round of the Europa League. But once we come up against any competent opposition in Europe with any form of quality and a manager with any form of technical nous, we're going out. We're going. It's a wrap. And I don't think people... So just to clarify, letting Casmiero go out on loan would be absolutely idiotic because we don't even have a replacement for him. It's not even like we have a youth player to go. Collier's already the youth player there with a spot. He got on the pitch. We're 2-0 down at home to Liverpool and Collier's the answer for that. That's unfair on Collier. You actually think they're decent and from what I've been told, played decent in pre-season. But this team is not good enough. Like I've been banging on about all summer long on this show, on every show, every other platform I've been. And I was legit watching the MUFC Unfiltered podcast that I missed. So I was on obviously this last Sunday. Shout out to Saeed, Double A, and Ash. And I was watching that. And even Saeed was like, yeah, can I take back us scoring 70 goals? And Double A goes, you lucky Flawless ain't here. Myth, why anyone thought this team was all of a sudden scoring all these goals, I have no idea. We scored 57 league goals last season and 58 the season before. Why was it going to jump to 70, 75, 80, 85, 88, 90? Why? Again, because I know Jez is going to say it, so I'll say it before he says it because of the badge. But yeah, the Liverpool game, horrendous. Even outside of Casmiero making mistakes, so we didn't pose no threat, and we haven't. In our 3 games, we haven't attacked well in any of those games. So one game you can point to and go, yeah, Manchester United have attacked well as a unit. Let's say we defended well in 2 of the 3 games. That's cool. We've actually looked better off the ball. But it's offense. We don't create, we don't score. And we don't have the manager to cover up for the deficiencies of the players, and we don't have the players for covering up for the deficiencies of the manager. Manchester United fans, strap in, gonna be a long season. I was telling you all this. And people called me negative, or you got nothing positive to say, you just hating. And game week 3, and we're all thankful, general consensus that international break is here. Game week 3, people. And we're already thankful that Manchester United, there's an international break. I am so glad there's an international break. I was like, thank fuck for this. Just to take a breather. Already tired of seeing these lot, already. I feel like I'm talking like it's
Flawless, do you think...
Go on.
Flawless, do you think you guys really need Harry Potter? Do you think you guys need Harry Potter to come down and help you guys out?
We need Harry Potter. We need Harry Potter. We need Hermione. We need all the Weasleys. You know what I'm saying? We need all the Weasleys. You know what I'm saying? We need Charlie, the twins, Fred and George.
Your manager,
Charlie Murphy, all of them. Oh, Charlie Weasley.
Charlie Murphy too, R.I.P.
Yeah, it's R.I.P. Charlie Murphy.
Your manager has an elite with Dilla is elite.
Yeah, who's elite? Who's elite? Who did you say, Tony? Who's elite? Who did he call elite?
I don't know.
All of them. Hey, yeah, I didn't get he said. Yeah, he probably was. Yeah, man. Warrior J, we need everyone. At least they got shit done. You know what I'm saying? At least I
Well,
was,
you got
having this
Voldemort. You got
discussion with friends.
Voldemort as the manager.
I was saying, hey, Harry Potter, them man were teenagers, they didn't have 600 million, and they were defeating Voldemort. People didn't even dare speak his name. He had everyone shook. They didn't even mention his name. They called him he who shall not be named. And they ran up on him year after year after year. What are we talking about here? What this guy, man? Like I say, and with the manager, everyone who backed him, this is on you. People who wrote that letter to keep him, this is on you. What did you expect? Yeah. I'm a big Harry Potter fan. Yeah, I got all the books. Prime, still to this day, big Harry Potter fan. Yeah, like everyone who backed it, and to anyone who thought it was going to be different, and I said this about Ineos. Why was it going to be any different? Because we got a new structure, and because we got Barada, and we got Wilcox, and because we got Ashworth, and because who else is there? Wilcox, Ashworth, I'm forgetting the name, and because Rude came in and Hack came in, and they were going to give Ten Hag the guidelines and the philosophy, and this is the way we're going to play. And he's not doing tactics no more, and he's not picking lineups. It looks exactly the same.
Do you still rate your transfer window?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm thinking beyond the manager.
I was gonna say because like a Monday morning quarterback in it now, like I would expect United fans to have wanted another midfielder. I mean, Casmiero was looking suspect this time last year too. I mean, obviously he's good. He's good for the FA Cup, right? when he went in there and put in that performance against Man City. But I mean, people in the United fan base, certain people have been calling for Casmiero's head for a while, and I defended Casmiero because honestly, like the players around him and the manager that has no style of play still to this day, 3 years into the job, crazy to me, and crazy that United fans accept this. But I blamed it on the manager, but he just looked against Liverpool. He just looked slow, lost, wasn't taking care of the ball. Was just trying to hoof it to anybody that was around him, or in some cases not around him, especially in that first goal. Wow, that first turnover was inexcusable. And there were some people, some opinions out there saying this is like, well, you can't really blame Casmiero because the manager is shit. Why? Both are true. In my opinion, I think Casmiero's lost it. He's not the same Casmiero that won 5 Champions Leagues. His wife can post to her Instagram the trophy case all she wants. Doesn't matter. The fact is there's some dust on those trophies, and he's not going to be Real Madrid Casmiero anymore. So for Man United, man, like it's looking rough. I understand why you want to keep him and why you need to keep him. You need to keep him out of necessity, not because you want him at the club.
Yeah.
Because he is your only option.
That's it.
It's like me. It's like me with Jorginho going into Tottenham. He is my only option.
Yeah, and that's where it's at. Because people are like,
that's where it's at.
Because I defended Cassie, people are like, oh, would you get rid of him? I say if a good offer comes in for him, yeah. But it's about replacing him. That was my issue with the Sancho deal. I have no problem with Manchester United getting rid of Sancho. I had no issue with that whatsoever. People are like, oh, you got rid of him to Chelsea, they're a rival. Shut up, they're not a rival. We are not a rival to anybody. We are not fighting for top 4. Get out of your head, Manchester United fans. We are not the top 4 side.
Man. That Jorginho comparison, man. I'm sorry. I'm not having that Jorginho comparison.
They both good squad players, man. No. Jorginho's a good player.
I think he's been more better. He has been more better when we've called upon him than Casmiero. I'm sorry, man. I
don't think he's had a season as good. I don't think he's had the season as good as Casmiero.
Jorginho doesn't play as consistently as Casmiero does.
Yeah. What I will say is, Tony, Jorginho's not had a season, I don't think, as good as Casmiero's first season, but he's not had a season as bad as Casmiero's second season.
Oh yeah, remember we were talking about we were the Partey versus Casmiero conversations of 22-23. Seemed like a long time ago, bro. Seemed like a long time ago. I was a lot less hairy.
Casmiero, I'm still not selling my stocks, but it's like, yo, you just got to pattern up. You just got to pattern up. That's what Casmiero needs to do. And I think Rio Ferdinand made a great point about him being asked to do things that he's never need to be done. Play him in a double pivot, and I think you see the best out of him. But will the manager do that? Who knows? I'd actually like, people are saying him or Regate.
I just think it's
alongside Regate, but
I just think he's surrounded by garbage. I'm sorry, man. He's just surrounded by garbage.
Yeah.
He's
garbage is on the touchline.
He can produce in such an environment. garbage players.
Don't worry. Rude is going to come in December and help you guys. Don't worry.
It's a harsh one. It's a bitter pill to swallow, but it doesn't have the machinery that I used to have in Real Madrid. It doesn't have that Manchester United.
Jorginho for Arsenal. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Go on, as you were.
Yeah. I just think that it doesn't have the machinery that I used to have at Real Madrid. You know, it doesn't have that environment.
That's why I'm not here writing.
Toxic. You don't have the players to back him up. You know, this is a legit winner. And TJ, come on, man. Dust up Champions League trophies. Come on, bro. Come on. What are we talking about, man? There's nothing about dust about what that guy has won. He's earned it. I was just saying
where
are our own trophies?
All I'm saying.
You know, where are our trophies? Where are our medals? We don't have any of those stuffs, man. There's no dust on those stuff. You know, he's good. It's just that he doesn't just
play him in a double. I think you play him in a double pivot.
It hasn't just really worked out.
That's why I think.
Like the environment is not good.
I still think
let's not come out here and pretend like I can't believe we're 2024 and we're talking about Casmiero. Like, what are we talking about here? Like Casmiero you would need a world-class effort out of Casmiero. He is not a world-class player anymore. He's not. He used to be. I will say that one of the best sixes I've seen. And I didn't even watch a lot of La Liga, but I knew who Casmiero was. And look, at the end of the day, you have a player that's getting long in the tooth that probably shouldn't have stayed. He probably should go to Saudi and get that bag. And he's just not there anymore. And the players around him make him look worse.
Yeah,
that's the thing. The players around him make him look worse. We go back to that Liverpool giveaway. Yeah, it was a bad giveaway, but look at how far Liverpool were pressed and how hard Liverpool were pressing at Old Trafford. They forced that mistake. It was a bad mistake, but they forced it. And the giveaway, zero awareness as well on the second goal. Yeah, brutal. I know. I'm glad I could be putting Flawless through this again because he deserves it. But it was just it was mind blowing to me. And look, I don't like
deserves it. It deserves everything.
I don't like Liverpool at all.
Hallelujah.
At all. But the job that they did, it was just classic Liverpool doing what Liverpool does. It doesn't matter who their manager is, commanding the midfield, pressing, scoring. That's what they do. And it was absolutely embarrassing. And it wasn't all on Casmiero, but I think a different midfielder that's a little bit quicker on the ball makes a different decision. That's my think. Whether or not
yeah. Like I said, I hear you to an extent in regards to it. Like I said at the start, those two are giveaways. I mean, those two are unforgivable. Getting caught on the ball for the second, the way you give the ball away for the first. I still think he can play at this level. I just think claiming a double pivot. That's what it is. Him out there by him, because people have mentioned a lot about him, like Agate replacing him. But I'm like, play them together. That's our best bet. I'd like to see them play together. Is it ideal? Before anyone's like, oh, it's not ideal. No, it's not ideal. But guess what? When Manchester United,
you would need a style of play. You would need a style of play to build a double pivot six around. Sorry, go ahead.
You go, Tony. As he froze.
Flawless. What's the consistency of your midfield three over like a cross section of last season entering to this new season? What's the consistency of your midfield three? Like consistency, I mean, how many of them? Like we now, the Arsenal, we know that if Thomas Partey is fit, he's going to play with Declan Rice, and we have.
You talk about who plays consistently. Okay.
Like the consistency of your midfield trio.
It's normally
always
Bruno,
changing,
Maino,
right?
No, it's not. It's Bruno,
how consistent?
Maino,
Have you gone like 12 games consistently with Casmiero, whoever is in the midfield?
Casmiero was in and out
like
of the
12
side.
games in a row.
Injured and he fell out. Yeah, but he has played. Yes. Because last season he did, yes. It's fair because Ten Hag don't rotate. Once he stumbles across something, he doesn't rotate. But most of the time it was Bruno, Maino, and one of them. But no matter who the trio was, You need, yes, the individuals should be doing better in there, but they are not being helped. And this is why all summer long I said, go and buy talent, because that's what's gonna see us through. That's why Maserati has looked the way he's looked. Individual talent. That's why DeLitt, and the few times he's played, little time he's played, I should say, even though they got one star.
But you rated Ugarte before he came. You rated Ugarte.
I do rate Ugarte.
But you rated Ugarte. Why are you sounding as if you're not sold on Ugarte?
Who said I'm not sold on Ugarte? How did you get that?
But there's a little bit of twang in what you're saying, man. About Ugarte, like,
what did I say about Ugarte? What did I say about Ugarte?
I thought he was the guy. Like, I thought he was the guy. Suddenly, you've done a complete 360 with all them Michael Jackson.
Tony, I'm going to be honest.
Like,
I think you're hearing things.
It's the voices in his head. It's the voices in his head.
This guy literally never said one bad word about it.
This week, right now, he's done a complete 360 with all them Michael Jackson zippers. Like, I mean,
what did I say? What did I say about Ugarte that was bad? What did I say?
Say it with
what
chest.
Did I say? What did I say? Hey, chat, let me know what I said about Ugarte. What did I say about Ugarte? Let me know in the chat. Did I say something bad about Ugarte? And I forgot. What did I say bad about Ugarte, Tony? What did I say?
If I say anything, up, I'm gonna get into trouble. I'd rather not speak.
It's big up to Sir Rafael for the super chat. Says Casmiero. This guy a fool. Big up Sir Rafael for the super chat. Casmiero and Mo Salah are the same age. That's why I don't think Cas is done. I'm one of the very few. I'm one of the minority. Do I believe he's completely done? No, I don't think he's done. However, does he need to improve in the next big game we play? Yeah, because the first 2 games he played was fine. He played against Fulham. He played against Brighton. He was fine. Arguably our best player against Fulham. Good against Brighton. So you just got the next big game, which is probably Spurs at home. Could argue Villa away. I can't remember which one of those is first, but we play those 2 in quick succession. I'm going to be looking closely the next time we're in a big game. Yeah, Staffy's already been done with Casemiro.
Staffy's been done with Casemiro for over a year.
Over a year.
Anderson's comment. This is what I'm talking about. We all up in this smoke about Casemiiro and Kai Havertz when we have more deadly players and more bigger rats in the team. This is what I'm talking about. God bless you, Anderson. No one is talking about Rashford's criminal start to the season. Exactly. They are all Casemiiro, who has at least even tried his best. Yeah. How about Rashford?
I was gonna let him cook because he's cooking with the
no one is talking about it.
It's cool.
But everyone wants to criticize Casemiiro. and this is what I'm not gonna have, man. When we have players who are additional complete stinkers in the team, and yet we allow this guys run free. They run wild. Yeah. While we're criticizing the one that is trying the best in a way.
He says anything, yo.
Trashford down there doing nothing.
This guy is crazy, yo.
Completely.
Yo, he didn't watch the game, Hamza. Clearly, Tony didn't watch the game. He clearly didn't watch the game. He clearly didn't watch the game. Read the comment, Tony.
No, I'm not talking about the game. I'm talking about Rashford is useless.
Read the comment.
I don't need to, bro. Who cares about?
You're breaking up.
Man United.
You're breaking up. You're breaking up. Read the comment. It's the backup. It's the response to what you're saying. Now we don't want to read comments. Yeah, love it when Tony just goes off about nothing,
No, well, no, and I don't get me wrong. I love my guy Tony here. I love my guy Tony here, but he also said that nobody was
lying face, man, stupid guy.
He also said that nobody was talking about Martinelli, and everybody's been talking about Martinelli. Everybody's been talking about.
I don't know what content creators you've been watching, Tony, who are Manchester United fans, but from everyone I've watched, and I include myself in that, we have been consistently talking about Rashford. I was talking about Rashford before the season when people were telling me about remontadas and Rashford was going to get 15 to 20 goals. And I told everyone, hell no. He's not even going to get double figures. What are you talking about? He ain't even had a shot this season. Like,
I've been saying that Højlund's going to score 18 goals.
Yeah, 18 goals. And I was sat here saying, hey, the front people saying the front 6, 7 are going to get 70. I said,
I didn't call names. I didn't say you specifically.
Yeah, we know.
No,
But I
no,
don't know who's
I
not talking.
didn't say you
I
specifically.
know you didn't say
I'm
me, but
talking
what
of
I'm
all the
saying
Man
is,
United fans.
I've heard all Manchester United fans talking about him. That's the crazy part. I've seen he literally everybody's been talking about him because he's not had a shot. There's literally fail comps out there right now. There's fail comps out there. He's been a topic of conversation.
No. What I've been seeing people talk about is Casmiero. It's Casmiero.
You know what? You following the wrong people. Then Tony,
no one
that's
is
your
talking
fault.
of Rashford.
You
I'm
following the
not
wrong
this
people,
channel
Tony.
Because you do that.
No,
you do that.
I'm saying I'm saying in general, you're following the wrong people. Then
everyone I'm
clearly
talking to, they're talking about Casmiero, and he's not the worst in the team.
Like Sunshine, she's a United fan. She's been talking.
He's not the worst in the team.
And we're gonna talk about him tomorrow too. Sunshine, get ready.
Yeah. Like Sunshine's good. Yeah, like everyone's been talking about Rashford, so in regards to it, I've mentioned it.
Big up
Sunshine's
Sunshine,
mentioned it.
big up E-Ross.
Everyone's mentioned it. Tony just be going. For those that are new here, Tony just be going off on stuff that don't make no sense. But you just gotta let him go because I have no idea what he be talking about. He said no one's talking about Rashford. He said I done a 180 on Agate. This guy just be saying anything. So you just let him go. I still don't know what I said about Agate. Yeah, man, Tony just say shit to say shit, but you know what? You gotta let him get it off his chest. I don't know what Tony be on about at times. Sometimes I'm like, huh? I'm like, okay. But yes, in regards to Rashford and our entire attack, people, I'm not surprised by it because our attack is rubbish. And I've been saying our attack is rubbish. Take Diallo out, take Xerxes out, the rest of it, garbage. And it's been garbage. We've watched these, man. Literally, they've all been here 2 seasons now. All of our other attackers, Xerxes knew this is the first time Diallo's like getting start after start. So take those 2 out of it. All of them, man, have been here. Rashford's been here longer than for 2 seasons. So has Mount. Well, Mount's second season now. So is Garnacho. So is Bruno, etc. These players are just not good. And me and Saeed was talking about this, and he was saying, "Oh, Rashford must be able to get 10 goals. It's the expectation. Expectation and capability is 2 different things. He averages 8 league goals a season. He is trash. He averages 8 league goals per season, which tells you he's not capable of getting 10 goals on a consistent is. Yeah, he's awful. He's awful. And that's why we're not doing anything. Again, United fans, you're going to hear me say this a lot. Strap in 2 seat belts. It's going to be a bumpy ride.
TJ, at the start of the summer transfer window, there were rumors that Rashford wanted to come to Arsenal.
Mm-hmm.
I prefer Sterling to come to Arsenal than to see Rashford.
Actually, that being said, let's go there,
near
Tony.
that carpet.
Tony, let's go there. Tony, let's go there. Raheem Sterling fought on that loan deal to Arsenal.
No, I don't want to hear numbers. I don't want to hear numbers. Who said anything about
numbers?
Trash.
This guy just be talking rubbish. Who mentioned numbers? This guy, yeah, this guy just be talking. I said, what do you think about Sterling to Arsenal? What does that have to do with Rashford? I'm gonna just start cutting this man off. You know what I'm saying? Every time he just says some nonsense, I'm just gonna cut him off. What do you think about Sterling to Arsenal, Tony? That's all I asked.
It's decent, man. It's decent.
You like the signing?
Even if I have my problems with how we're doing business. No, it's not. I won't stay here and say I sign it or I liked the signing. I love the signing. Mm-hmm. But the problem there is that we have Martinelli, who's dishing out stinkers. He's trash. He's doing nothing. So even if we get anything, any similarity to any kind of player who is even putting up an effort, just give an effort on that left-hand side, and I'm okay with it. Because Martinelli is dishing out stinkers. And see, I'm all up for anything that can galvanize that left-hand side. Because I think it's really the bane of Arsenal football right now. Because from the right-hand side, it's all good. It's all doing its thing. But, I mean, that left-hand side with Martinelli is still, oh shit, we can't start with Trossard because he's not a first-half kind of player. He's more of an impact kind of player, impact sub and stuff like that. So when
Tony, your connection's moving mad. Jump out and jump back in. Tony, your connection's moving crazy again. What are you saying, TJ? Your thoughts? Sterling loan deal.
Yeah, he's not gonna play on the left. If he plays on the left, he's coming off the bench. We brought him in as a backup to Saka. I think it was good. I think he's better on the ball than Reece Nelson, So in that respect, it's good. You sign somebody, another Man City alum that's worked with Arteta before that he thinks he can get a tune out of. He's not going to start consistently enough for me to think it's going to be make a big difference. But I'm thinking that Arteta is going to do something that is going to piss me off. Flawless, get ready to see Sterling in the 9.
You reckon he won't play Sterling?
It will happen. He'll play him in the 9.
Line.
Watch
Watch
it happen. So if Kai Havertz hits a rough patch, right? And Jesus is still injured, watch Raheem Sterling start in the 9. And you know what? I've made predictions before. I've been right. I've been wrong. But something in the air just tells me that he is going to play either off the bench or starting in the 9 for a good part, well, not a good part of the season, but for a couple of games in the season. He did it at Chelsea. I don't know if he did it at Man City. I don't remember if he played in the false 9 at Man City, but I just have a feeling that the left, in terms of left wingers, nobody's going to come in there and replace Martinelli or Trossard. He's in there. He's cover for Saka. He's somebody that you can bring on in the 70th, 75th minute when Saka starts doing his coveted limp. That you can bring in and he can do a job. So like you didn't really get that out of Reece Nelson. I like Reece Nelson. He's been at the club for a long time, but he's not a needle mover, right? Okay. I don't think Raheem Sterling right now is a needle mover either, but he is better cover for Saka. He's won shit before. He's somebody that we can bring in for cover. And really that's what it is. And he didn't want to stay at Chelsea. Chelsea didn't want him there either. So I mean, it worked out for both clubs. I think we're paying half of his wages.
Yeah, like, that's a smart deal.
Free loan. That's pretty. It's a good deal. Really, it's a good deal.
Him as a 9 is used to surprise me if we see that.
Dude, I'm telling you, it's something that this manager would do. And I said it before, and people laughed at me. That's fine. But when this one comes in, stocks are going to be up. TJ Warren TV stocks through the roof, because I guarantee you, if Gabriel Jesus is still on the shelf and Havertz starts falling into that fall shit show that he did last season, he will play in the 9. He will.
All right, fair enough. And let me get to this. The nephew says we went in today. Yeah, see if you're the delinquent. If the delinquent clicks about, man, let me know if you young G's are about. Hey, should we put the word out? I know you man got a group chat. Put the word out and see what's what. Let me know. Big up to Temedial. Says Flawless, I apologize. I accept it now. Bruno, what a shy player. It's like, this is what it is, Temedial. That's the captain. That's the guy that Ineos gave a new deal. We gave a new deal to, who came out yesterday and said, realistically, who said, when we're not good enough to go for them, paraphrasing, we're not good enough to go for the title. Realistically, the aim is top 4, which is actually correct. However, your captain shouldn't come out and say that publicly. That's the captain. I can say that. Sunshine can say that. Other Manchester United fans can say that. That is absolutely fine. That is absolutely fine. Your captain said that. The captain of the football club, who we just gave a new deal to. This is the guy you're going to war. He's the general leading the soldiers. You're leading the troops to war, to battle, to go pick up victories. And he turned around and said, game week 3, we know realistically we're not going to go for a title. Top 4 is the aim, to get back in the Champions League places. Not go win the Europa League. Not go win the FA Cup. Not even go win the League Cup. Top 4. And that's all you need to know about his mentality.
Sounds familiar. Sorry.
Absolutely fucking outrageous that the captain said that, man. Outrageous. And it just goes to show, they say a captain mirrors the manager the same way a team mirrors a manager. And that's why it's just a complete shit show.
No, I just want to say, I remember when we were saying top 4 was the aim about 3 years ago, and we got absolutely rinsed for having a poor mentality. Like, who is doing Manchester United's PR?
Even PR, you know what it was?
These guys, who is giving these
Portugal?
guys?
He's away on international break.
Oh, yeah. Look, at the end of the day, like, you guys are supposed to be the biggest club in London. There was a guy that I was saying, oh yeah, Manchester United. Somebody was saying that Manchester United was the English league's answer to Real Madrid, and I'm like, what the are you smoking? Like, I don't remember who said it because I think I was so taken aback by it that I couldn't believe it. Yeah, if you go back and look at the history, line them up side by side, yes. But Manchester United over the last 10 years, and you're comparing them to Real Madrid?
Yeah.
United have won, what, 3 trophies in the last 10 years? Is it 3?
5.
5?
Yeah, Europa League.
Oh, I forgot about
two FA Cups. Yeah, Europa League, 2 FA Cups,
2
2
FA
League
Cups, and 2 League Cups. All right.
Yeah, 5. No, and I think it's like 5 and
so
11
that's still
years,
more than
like that.
Still more than Arsenal. I'm not going to lie. It's pretty embarrassing. But if you're like, Ten Hag is an absolute disaster in front of the cameras. Who is giving this guy media training? Is anybody doing it when he's throwing, when you literally drop 3-0 to your biggest rivals at home, and then you say, oh, I feel sorry for you. We have these cups. I feel sorry that you feel that way. It's like, look at the product on the field, and what do you expect people to say? He needs to be like, if Ineos has any balls, he's gone by December.
And I'm glad you made that point, because people are very convinced that he's going to get sacked soon. I don't trust these lot to sack him. He should be sacked, yes. But do I
you
trust
guys have the money?
sack,
You guys have the money to sack him, right?
Yeah, of course. They chose not to. He's their guy. They gave him a new deal. They had ample, but you know why? Because they have faith in him. He's their guy. They chose him.
Put Super Rude in there. What's wrong? Ben Nistelrooy, he's gonna come in there. He's gonna do it. I mean, I think he'd be better putting on the boots and going out there.
Both player manager. Ruud van Nistelrooy. Both. Like, that's this. But like, yeah, the captain said that, and it's just a shit show. Like I said, game week 3, people. And long gold season. United fans strap in with 2 seatbelts, because it's going to be a very, very, very uncomfortable ride. It's an uncomfortable long season. Long season, people. And all of the people were like, oh, you just hating and you just being negative and all quiet now. All quiet now. We're going to score goals and blah, blah. We're going to get 88 goals, 85 goals. Where? From who? That's so days. From who?
TJ. You need to see the watch along for that Liverpool Man United matchup with Flawless on Saturday TV, man. It's like the soul just zapped away from Flawless, man. Man was down. Oh my days.
Well, yeah.
Flawless, man. It's tragic watching Man United now these days, man. It's tragic. It's
NBA is almost back, Flawless. Don't worry.
Oh yeah, it's like on the end of October the 22nd. I know the date. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait. That's how I know the date, October the 22nd. That being said, speaking of that NBA,
I can't wait to play Man United.
Yeah, I bet you can't. Hey, how about you deal with Brighton? Hey, how about you deal with Manchester City, mate? Oh, you can smash them up, man.
Let's deal with Tottenham. Let's deal with Tottenham.
You got to deal with Tottenham, mate. That's what you got to run into.
He doesn't like me saying that.
You got.
I really want to smash Man United up, man. You know.
You got to deal with Spurs. What was I going to say? But yeah, speaking of NBA people, that'll be live on the playback. And NFL as well, actually. Steve, the rest of the gang will be holding down NFL watch-alongs from, I think it's Friday. I think it's either Friday or Saturday.
Yeah, it's Friday.
Season
starts on Thursday. So Friday UK, Thursday night.
There we go, people.
Versus Ravens.
Because he sent me the game, so I'm going to update him to the playback. So make sure you're following the Sarcasm City TV playback, people, because that's where NFL watch-alongs will be going on. NBA watch-alongs will be going on. That's where you can also see Manchester United watch-alongs on here and as well as there, and all the other Premier League watch-alongs as well. But Tony made an interesting point back to the Arsenal-Brighton game when he's talking about Kai Havertz scoring the goal. And people forgetting Kai Havertz missed the 1-on-1 in that game. Are we just bypassing that?
I talked about it earlier.
I know you mentioned it.
By tripping over himself.
Because he's just not good enough. And to all I know Arsenal fans were upset at me in my mentions on Twitter when I mentioned this. Whether you think Rice was right or not to get sent off, guess what? If your players took their chances, you win the game. Even after you went down to 10 men, you was the better team. Before the red card, Saka missed a good chance. Odegaard missed the sitter. After the red card, Havertz did, and so did Saka.
I want to ask Tony a question because he's a ref, and I really want to talk about this. Tony, I don't know about you. This is a question and a statement. I don't know about you, but I was embarrassed with how Arsenal reacted to that match and drawing that match at home, a match that we easily should have won. During the post games, they were coming up and saying, "Oh yeah, well the ref didn't call it down the middle. Oh well, it was unfortunate that we didn't get certain calls." And you know what? Yeah, no, we didn't get certain calls. But the fact that you're blaming the refs for dropping 2 points at home to Brighton after your player made the boneheaded play to get a red card and get sent off. It was and he apologized for it, by the way, too. And the fact that I was embarrassed that Bukayo Saka came out and Mikel Arteta came out and immediately started talking about the refs. It's like, no, worry about your ball play. Worry about your performance on the pitch. You worry about the performance on the pitch half as much as you worry about what the ref is going to do, then we wouldn't be having this problem. It takes me back to Newcastle of last season when we lost 1-0 and everybody was freaking out because they thought the ball went out. Like, we shouldn't be losing 1-0 to that mid-Newcastle team. Doesn't matter if it's at St. James Park. We're supposed to be competing for a title, and we're complaining about the refs. Dude, come on, man. Tony, tell me something.
Big up Sheik every time. Floor's yours, Tony.
No, you said it all, man. I completely agree with you, man. It shouldn't be a total burden on the ref. It's not the ref's fault that we drew that matchup, to be very sincere with you. Lots of chances, like Flores have said, lots of chances were thrown away. Lots of chances were thrown away. And again, we should work on our discipline. Again, Flawless stating the fact again at the start of the show when he was talking about Arsenal's disciplinary record, even with Arsene Wenger, of course, and now with Mikel Arteta, our disciplinary record is down. It's down the toilet. It's down the gutters. So I think that's another place we need to work on our discipline. Declan Rice, 100 million player, he should know better. And again, I'll state this again. The Premier League has already said this again and again. If you block a player that's about to take a free kick, instantly it's a yellow card. So if we go by the law, refereeing rules right now with the FA, yes, that was a second yellow card. So and he already had a yellow card, so it's a red card offense, to be very sincere. The only problem is the consistency, and that's the problem. Where is the consistency when other players commit the same fouls that Arsenal have just, coincidentally gotten a red card? That's the bigger problem. And again, it's not a problem that's just Arsenal-centric. It's a problem that's spread across the whole Premiership, with referees just doing what they like because they're got. So, there should be some form of checks and balances. Maybe these referees should start doing post-match conferences. In the Premiership. Down here in Finland, we don't make such mistakes, man. We've just introduced the VAR here in Finland, and it's moving smoothly. Everywhere across Europe, they use the VAR when there's a big problem. Why wasn't the VAR checked in that occasion, in that second yellow card for Declan Rice? Well, they will tell you it wasn't a red card offense. So, because naturally, yellow carded offenses don't go to the VAR unless it's a red card offense that goes straight to the VAR in the Premiership. But in Finland, we don't do that. We just go straight to the VAR, get these checks done. And if it's a bigger problem, if it's a broader problem, like maybe that kick Veltman left on Declan Rice, it should have been yellow carded. Where is the yellow card for that one? So it's more about the consistency in the league, more than anything.
Saying you can't check yellow cards is the chat. But I hear your point. But in regards to, you mentioned this earlier, so I get to a couple of the comments as well. And I've mentioned this to you on the show before, Tony, when it comes to how referees incompetent. Absolutely. Should João Pedro have been booked for kicking the ball away? Absolutely. Why are we expecting competent decision making from incompetent people. We know referees are terrible people. They make inconsistent decisions every week. For years, the Premier League has been like this. I say this all the time. Take one fan from every team in the league and put 20 of them in one room and ask them the one thing they will all universally agree on, that referees are terrible. That's the one. We debate everything. Present, future, past, teams, players, managers, who's the better player, who's the better manager, who's the better player now from previous times, who's the better goal scorer, who's the, even with the Salah thing, we've been talking recently, is he the best African player of all time? We dispute everything. One thing we universally agree on is that referees are terrible. Take it out of the referees' hands. Rice got sent off. That is on Rice. BX Yuna said players miss chances. It happens. You shouldn't be missing chances like that. You lot are in a title race. You legit. Did you not miss out last season by, what was it, 2? How many points were you lot of City? 2 points. So technically, dropping these 2 points could cost you the title this season. I think the gap will be big.
No, flawless. I'm overreacting. Anyway, go ahead.
Like, score. Saka missed the sitter. Havertz missed the sitter. Odegaard missed the sitter. That's on them. Stop making excuses for your favorites, people. Because if that was Zinchenko missing the sitter, different conversation. Let Zinchenko miss the chance that Saka missed. Guarantee you the referees are afterthought. If Zinchenko, or let Jorginho be the one that missed that. Or if Nketiah was still at your club and missed that. Or it was Martinelli. Well, because it's Saka and because it's Odegaard and it's because it's Havertz, people want to, don't brush it under the carpet. Same energy. Should be worse because Havertz and Odegaard are your 2 best attackers. It's worse that he dropped to them. You can't brush it under the carpet and brush it under the rug. Same way with Rice, kicking the ball away. Hold your players accountable. Say this all the time. Go on.
I mean, TJ, the one we're not even ready. See, Arsenal fans aren't ready for this conversation. Thomas Partey. Guys, yeah. Did you guys see what Rodgers did to Thomas Partey in that matchup against Aston Villa? Yeah? Did you guys see this thing?
I did.
Did you guys see what happened to? Oh my days, crazy, man! It's like, bro. See, TJ, like I said, we're not ready for that conversation. Let's just hope that this will be his last season. Sail onto the sunset. Go to Saudi Arabia as early as January next year, and let's try and see if we can bring in Zubimendi and put a slap on Liverpool's face while doing sarcasm TV the favor of doing that. You know, to put smiles on my face to see Zubimendi come to Arsenal. Maybe not January, maybe in the summer next season, but
he doesn't want to leave Real Sociedad.
No, slapping Liverpool. You know.
Like Tony. I wish I had the rose-colored glasses that you have on. Partey's going to stay the entire season if he's not injured. Zubimendi doesn't want to come to the Premier League. He feels that he needs to stay at Real Sociedad. Like there's a loyalty there. I think the Liverpool links were mostly bullshit. Shout out Mons for that awful take, by the way. I'm loving it.
Wait, what take from Mons? What take was?
No, when he was bragging on Zubimendi like he did back when we were when you guys were talking about Lavia last season. Oh my god, I still remember. When I'm having a bad bro, when I'm having whenever I'm having a bad day, I'll just go back and put that one on. Like it was just. You know, I'll give it to Mons. He's probably
Mons
one of the most
looking like a donut on his own show.
Of course,
I loved every bit of
funny.
it. I loved
funniest guy I've seen. One of the funniest guys I've seen on YouTube. Anyway,
I loved it.
Anyway, Flawless. I'll come around to the conclusion here. Partey's gonna stay if he doesn't, whether he gets injured or not. This will be his last season. He'll ride off into the sunset. Hopefully, he can give us like 20 games. I would be thrilled with that. Then we're on the market again, Flawless, for the
we are not getting
fourth season in a row. We're going to be looking for another 6. Another 6.
I'm sorry, that guy's getting injured in the next 2-3 weeks. We are not getting 20 games from him this season. Damn. It's not possible. We fluffed our lines. We should have sold him.
We need him for Tottenham.
And Arsenal, you see, we have a big problem. Let's go and get I think is it not Radu Abiot or what's that guy? That French guy's name is I think is a free guy
Rabiot?
right now. He's a freelancer right
What are
now.
you talking about, Rabiot?
Why can't we go
Rabiot?
get that guy and bring him to the football club? Yeah, Rabiot. Go bring him in. He's a freelancer. Go bring him in. Because see, Thomas Partey, the engines and the wheels will fall off in the next 3-4 weeks, and TJ will be mugged, and will be laughed at everywhere across, even Sarcasm TV, their fans will mug us off and laugh at us. Just 2-3 weeks away from now, Thomas Partey will be kaput, and then we're in big trouble, big trouble. Merino down and out for 2 months. We're in trouble, TJ. We're in trouble.
Yeah, no, well, we're
This
already
manager
in trouble, and you got
and
that.
he's incompetent. I've put us in a mess.
No, as soon as Declan Rice got sent off, we knew we were in trouble. You know what I mean? Hold on. This dog's losing his mind. One second.
Yeah,
smash the likes up, by the way, people. Smash the likes up.
Do your thing, man. Do your thing. It's all good. TJ just sorts out his dog. It's all good. We are going to close out very shortly. Run up the likes, people. Hit the subscribe button as well. I think we have actually covered everything in regards to Manchester United and Arsenal. During international break, the show will continue as normal, people, as well. So always just keep a lookout on the schedule. Subscribe to both Tony's channel and TJ's channel. Links are in the title, people. Links are in the title, so click the links, opens up new tabs, whether you're watching this live right now or watching this back after the live as well. So yeah, I think that is pretty much it. Let me know who's live, who we're going to redirect to. We might be live on playback for pro clubs. I don't even know if the gang's still about. Nephew, let me know in the chat. Big up to everyone who has locked in, everyone who's supporting Sarcasm City TV as well. Tony, though, let them know where they can find you, what you got coming up, all that good stuff.
See, guys, TJ has finally, lifted the ban on me for being too positive. I will be on the American Idiot Show on Friday.
Tony, man, you're making
Let's bring some positivity, to the American Idiot Show. How about that? The ban has been lifted. So I will be with TJ and my other friend. Guys, you guys know Oregon Gunner, very, very big friend of mine, and I'll be joining him with TJ, who has lifted the ban on me on the American Idiot Show. So I'll be there. I'll honor it. The Southern Gunner, me and him will be discussing our failed transfers, mechanism and structure at the football club tomorrow. So join us for that one Thursday. Me and the Southern Gunner, my brother, from the Southern side. International break, just take it slow a little bit. Thank God no Arsenal football this weekend. Next week we come back. I'll be back with Josh True Gunner. I'll be back with Oregon Gunner on Monday, and then with Flawless again, and see if I could shake my bum down here. Hope that will win again.
There's no twerking or shaking bums over here, people, just to clarify.
Here comes the center. Where is he at? Put it there. There is no twerking and shaking of bums on this channel, guys.
No bum shaking.
You guys know I like pissing.
Do that over on Deji Spurs' channel.
I just like it. Like pissing you guys off.
That's what I just like it.
Good. I piss you guys off.
Subscribe to this crazy man. DJ, let them know where they can find you and what you got coming up with all that good stuff.
Oh, we got a ton of good stuff coming up on TJ Warren TV. Tomorrow we're going live. We're going live twice in a day, people. The work rate will be unmatched. Hold that, Staffy and Jacob. People tell me I don't stream enough. I'm going live twice tomorrow, three times if I feel like it. So starting at 6 p.m. UK time, me and Connor and possibly a special guest going live for the Let's Be Real show. That'll be at 6 p.m. UK, and then the late show at 1. I believe we're going 1 a.m. It's going to be me. It's going to be Sunshine. It's going to be Vader, and it's going to be that absolute fraud Mike Doss coming onto the show. It's going to be a fire show. I'm really looking for those late shows. Cook, like the Americans are cooking over here. We're cooking up sauce. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, you are. That's right. Working a lot. You lot. Yeah, very good. Very, very good. Yeah.
And then last but not least, of course, there was no ban. I don't understand where Tony gets that, but we got to have Tony on the American Idiot Show, and we're going to have Del Boy from Del Boy TV.
Bro, it's absolute jokes, man. It's absolute jokes, man. You know me, I
and then
joke
Yeti,
a lot,
of
bro.
course, we'll
jokes,
get you back
man.
on
There's
there,
no
man.
ban. It's just my scheme.
I know.
And
Yes.
Flawless doesn't like my schemes, but it's okay.
The only person that's going to catch a ban, let's be honest, is Flawless or Vader. Like those are the people. Those are the people that'll catch a ban.
Why you say fuck me for? What did I do? Catch up. Catch up for what? What did I do?
Criminal behavior.
I don't even know why I did. I'm nothing but supportive and honest in my assessment of Arsenal. I don't know what you're talking about.
Anyway,
big ups to
TJ Warren TV. We're on the road.
Who's down
we're on
here
the road to 1300. Thank you.
You know, crap me up. So yeah, go subscribe to TJ Warren Road to 1300.
Big up to BX Gunner who joined us.
Go on, Tony. Go on.
Big ups to BX Gunner, who is down here for us. Big up to Sideline Football Show, Liverpool fan, great guy. Surafael Bekele, big ups to you. Flex Felix, big ups to you. There was also one person who was very, very Dara Williams, man, big ups to you, man. Warrior every other time, big ups to you. E. Ross, Jesus Christ. Of course, Yeti was down here with us. H. Minas, big ups. See, Amza, all these guys, Kinsman, big ups to you guys. Yeah. I thank all you guys for showing love to us. Yeah, me and TJ. Of course, Flawless is the big guys, the boss, no problems. But for you guys to come show me and TJ, big ups everyone. I really, really appreciate what you guys have done for us. And Flawless, thanks for giving us the platform here too, man.
Anytime, man.
Big ups to you, man. I should really say that to you. And everyone, just thanks. Thanks. We just try to entertain you guys and try to mix it a little bit with football. And I feel that's the best way to talk about football. It's all about entertainment. It's all about, saying it as it is also again too. So, and this station, this particular channel, Sarcasm TV, it's more about opinions and they respect people's opinions, apart from the AOs, but it's all good. Big up to all of you and catch you guys next week.
It is. And big up to Tony, big up DJ every single time. Like I said, don't forget, go follow the Sarcasm City TV playback. Big up to everyone enjoyed the show. And if you enjoyed the Sarcasm City TV content, go and follow the playback. Download the playback app from your app store or just type in playback.tv/Sarcasm City TV. You can see on the screen there, NBA watch-alongs, Premier League watch-alongs, Champions League, Europa League, UFC, NFL, boxing, all over there, as well as the gaming content. It's all on the playback. So again, playback.tv/Sarcasm City TV, or download the playback app, people. And it's road to 700 followers on there. In regards to audio platforms as well, follow us on Spotify, Sarcasm City TV. If you might want to just listen, you might not want to watch on YouTube. Maybe you don't want YouTube using up all your data, and Spotify uses much, much, much less data. And maybe you prefer to just listen to your podcast audio only. We are on Spotify. So wherever you listen to podcasts as well, if there's a podcast section, type in Sarcasm City TV. So Spotify, or you iPhone users, iTunes, Apple Podcasts, we're on there, SoundCloud, wherever you listen to podcasts, please type in Sarcasm City TV. It really helps. And also make sure you hit the like button and subscribe here, whether you're watching this live right now or watching this back. We're back here today, Thursday, so obviously usual schedule. Sarcasm City Sports Q&A, 5 p.m., where we just answer sporting questions from the chat, people, in regards to the Premier League and whatever else you lot ask. And then another crossover, another Mandem United podcast crossover, this time with those two absolute criminals, Surfer and Jez. So Ballers at the Bridge podcast, talking at Tottenham Talk podcast, meet the Mandem United podcast. So we're talking all things Manchester United, all things Chelsea, and all things Tottenham Hotspur as well. So make sure you lock into that. And that's 11:30 p.m. UK time. But everything I've mentioned, all on the upcoming live stream schedule here on the YouTube. I need to update the playback as well in regards to NFL and everything else. But love, big love to everyone that's supporting. Temmie's live, so we're going to redirect to him. So just put Sarcasm City Raid. But this has been the Manchester United Arsenal show. Mandem United podcast meets the Gonna Talk from the Arsenal podcast. Thank you very much for tuning in. And before I do cut out, big up to you all again, and big up to Slims, big up Cam, big up Sorafel for the super chats as well. Wanted to just mention that. So love to all of you lot supporting. Big up.